Hey everyone, and welcome back to Acting for Film. My name is CG Wong, and I'm an award-winning filmmaker, but I started my career as a professional actor, and I created this podcast to help actors along their journey and provide them with some insights from someone who's worked on both sides of the camera. Today we're talking about headshots and what so many newer and even more experienced actors get wrong when getting theirs done. We're also going to talk about actors who are making the transition from theater to film and TV. Headshots. That's one of the first things you're going to hear when you talk to an acting coach, an agent, a manager, or even your Aunt Sally when you tell them you want to be an actor. And although headshot trends have changed somewhat over the years, like going from black and white to color, they're still considered one of the most important marketing tools in an actor's toolkit. Why do you think that is? Well, let's start with the old saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. That certainly holds true here. Remember, film and television are visual mediums. So what kind of things will your headshot convey to a casting director when they take a look at it? Well, here's a couple things, and in no particular order. Hi, I'm a professional. I've done my homework, and I know what my type is. I've made intentional choices for my hair, my wardrobe, my makeup, so they all fall in line with my brand. I or my agent have read the breakdown and know that I'm the type you're looking for this particular role. I took the time to research photographers and found the right one for me, so we're having a great time during this photo shoot, and you can tell by looking at my photo. You've now been staring at my headshot for a pretty long time, so I'm fairly confident that I'm getting an audition. So yes, that's a lot to expect from one photo, but if you've done your work and presented a headshot that clearly represents you and your brand, you're gonna get a great feeling every single time you or your agent submits your photo somewhere. Remember, they're not supposed to be glamour shots. Your headshot isn't about looking beautiful. It's about showcasing your brand, which is the unique combination of your personality and your look. It should scream, I'm perfect for these types of roles. Before stepping into that studio, take some time to identify your types. Are you the quirky best friend, the bohemian free spirit, or maybe the keg-chugging jock who's the life of every party? Understanding this will help you communicate what you're looking for and will help your photographer capture images that resonate with agents, casting directors, and truly and authentically displays your brand. Finding the right photographer is as important as finding any other key member of your team. Look for someone who understands actors and knows what casting directors are looking for in a great headshot. Collaborate on wardrobe choices and be clear about the looks you're after based on your identified types. But also collaborate. If you find the right photographer, you'll have a trust between the two of you. It's a back and forth, and listen to them, especially if they've had a lot of experience shooting actors and getting headshots that get results. Listen to what your photographer tells you and bring them enough options that you're not stuck with a look that isn't great for you. Keep in mind, for film, TV, and commercials, you need to understand how you come across on camera, and you need to show agents and casting directors that you've done your research and clearly understand what your type is. Now, full disclosure, I do not have any paid endorsements with any photographers, but I do want to rave about someone whose work I personally truly admire. Vani Poirier in North Hollywood, California. Not only is her photography outstanding, but she just gets actors. Vani knows what casting directors are looking for, and every actor I know who's worked with her has had a wonderful experience. Even if you're not based out of Los Angeles, I encourage you to check out her website and see if you aren't able to look at every single headshot and know instantly what type of role you'd cast that actor as. That's an effective headshot. Also, check out her social media, where she gives lots of great advice to actors about finding the right photographer and getting the most from your headshot session. Now let's talk a little bit about truth.
You can't handle the truth!
Sorry, I could not resist that. Because theater and film are two different mediums, the techniques and mechanisms used to tell the story are different. But in my opinion, good actors will always bring truth and authenticity no matter the medium they're working in. Like Sanford Meisner would say, acting is behaving truthfully under imaginary circumstances. While it might sound easy to do, behaving realistically in front of a camera is actually an exacting craft, which requires time and dedication to achieve. For example, a film actor is well aware that people in real life struggle not to show their feelings. Go back to a film scene where an actor finds themselves in a situation that would warrant crying. Notice that scenes where actors fight against the character's desire to cry pulls at your heartstrings much more than the character that falls apart into a sobbing mess.
Yeah, I have to say. Yeah, you have to give the
There's an authenticity and a realism that audiences consciously or subconsciously recognize and relate with. They see themselves in those moments. They recall those moments in real life where they wanted to cry, but they fought against that impulse, either to show strength, not show weakness, any number of reasons. Acting for film is about being, not performing. So I have 2 short assignments for you that will help you identify your type. First, watch your favorite TV shows, your favorite movies, and commercials that they might be running on whatever streaming platform you have. Identify roles and types you think you'd be cast as, and make a list. Then ask your friends, a parent, a sibling. A sibling might not be a great idea. Your teacher, whoever you feel comfortable approaching, and ask them, if you were to cast me as a part in a movie or TV show, what kind of character would it be? Don't try to steer them one way or another. We just want to get a sense of how the world sees you, which may or may not be different than how you see yourself. Make another list. Now compare the two. Do they match up pretty well? Are they completely opposite? This is going to help you get a jump start on figuring out what types of characters you might be cast as at the beginning of your career. Once your career reaches another point, you will be able to get out of that box. I mean, look at any actor who's had a successful career. When you go back to the beginning of their career, they tend to play similar roles at the start because that's just the way the industry works. They find a category or a niche that you perform well in, and they keep wanting you to play those roles. Sometimes you have to decide between working and or trying to get out of that box. My suggestion typically is, look, don't fight it at first. Get that exposure, get that work, and once you reach the next level of your career, you can stretch, you can push the boundaries, you can play other roles. But for now, get a sense of how the world actually sees you, and that is how you're going to get cast at the beginning of your career. All right, that's a wrap for today. If you found value in this episode, please show your support by clicking that like and subscribe button. If you're looking for some feedback and would like to share your headshots with me, you're welcome to send it on social, on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter X at Act4Film. That's ACT, the number 4, film. On YouTube, we're at Acting4Film, spelled with FOR instead of the number. Or you can always email me directly at Chris, CHRIS, at cgwong.com. But most importantly, remember to believe in yourself and enjoy the journey. I'll see you tomorrow.